All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another live Google Hangout stream here on my channel. In today's video, I'll be joined, of course, by a guy who's becoming like my best friend here on YouTube, the realest guys in the room, Daniel.
What's going on, everybody? Robbie, thank you. It's great once again to be back on doing another video collaboration with you.
Definitely. I feel like we're the Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho of YouTube, how we're always doing videos together. You're my best friend, man.
Thanks, man.
Man, drink it in, man.
They are going to drink it in.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So before we get to the topic of this video, I just want to take about 3-4 minutes to give my thoughts on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. Of course, Daniel did his weekly Raw and SmackDown reviews, and the link to his channel is in the description box. So please give his channel a view, and please subscribe to his channel. Check out all his great content. And like I was telling you, Daniel, before the start of this video, if Monday night, if it was not for Goldberg returning, I would have not tuned into Raw, because Raw just sucked.
Oh yeah,
Raw sucked, man.
D show.
Oh yeah, it was.
That's what I gave it.
D plus. I'd probably give it a D minus, because nothing on that show caught my attention. I was playing video games during Raw. That's how bored I was.
Exactly. I feel exactly the same way as you do. Like you said in my review, all I talked about was Goldberg. And I wanted to keep it as positive as possible, because that's really all I cared about coming out of that 3-hour episode of Raw. But Robbie, like you said, I'm going to keep going back to this point. I believe there was a date. It was July 25th, 2016, when WWE proved to me that they can put on a good 3-hour show. So I don't want to hear that they can't, because they can. And that's where I rest my case, folks.
I don't care how many times I have to bring it up. It's the freaking truth. I saw that episode of Raw that you went to. Finn Balor's debut was great. Sasha's Women's Championship victory was awesome. I mean, that show proved 3 hours can produce good, strong material. But I don't know. And like you and the Lex Man said, WWE probably had the mindset that, hey, we're bringing in Goldberg, so we don't really have to try this week. But still, I was frustrated. Next week, you're giving away Sheamus and Cesaro versus the New Day. That's one of our pet peeves, giving away pay-per-view matches on free TV. And I don't even care for that match. I'm going to go on a record right now. There's only one match on the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view I really care for, and that's Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. And the Cruiserweight Championship match, too.
Sure.
The Cruiserweight Championship match should be good. But I don't care for the tag title match. I don't care for the United States title match. I don't even care for the Universal Championship match, which is a shame, because it's Kevin Owens and Rollins. I should be excited because they're awesome. But no, I have no interest in any of those matches except for one, and that's, like I said, the women's Hell in a Cell match. And I'll get more into that in my predictions video for Hell in a Cell. But do not be surprised if that video is very short, because I'm probably going to save all my energy and positivity for Sasha versus Charlotte and just run through the rest of the card real quick. But, I mean, SmackDown last night was so much fun. B minus show like you gave it. It was a solid 2 hours. I loved how they built up to AJ Styles versus James Ellsworth. They made that match feel like it was something significant, and the commentary during the match just was JBL freaking out after Ellsworth hit no chin music. Oh my God, that was
a great moment.
That was great. And once again, SmackDown puts us on the right track because we know where we're going. I mean, Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton in a potential casket match. I didn't see that coming.
Sure.
But that was
Let's do it.
Yeah. I know you would prefer Boiler Room Brawl, which I would.
I would. But, hey, casket match, we haven't seen it in a while. Maybe Wyatt will go over. That's what needs to happen. But I'll save that for, whatever happens at Survivor Series.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Definitely. But I'm looking forward to it because we haven't done a casket match since last January when it was Daniel Bryan on SmackDown, ironically. And Alexa Bliss getting, yes, it was 50-50 booking, but it was smart 50-50 booking, her getting the win over Naomi. She's continuing her momentum toward the fight with Becky Lynch, and I liked her fairest of them all comment. I like that promo.
Yes.
Everything that was done on SmackDown means something, and 2 hours just goes by so fast. Before you know it, we were at the main event. That's why I love SmackDown. And, I mean, who'd have thought that in 2016, the Spirit Squad, we'd be talking about them and probably getting a tag title shot.
Sure.
So those are my thoughts, guys. I mean, Raw, I can't believe we had a 6-man tag team match over some counterfeit Rolexes. That
didn't happen. I muted that. That's how bad that was. I'm like, I can't stomach it.
Let me ask you something real quick. Bo Dallas, I like this mean streak he has and how he's speaking in rhyme. Do you think he should eventually go to SmackDown and join with his brother?
Do you know about the rumor about Survivor Series potentially there being 3 drafted superstars to the winning brand? So I could see it, but I definitely would want to have Cesaro and Neville taken off Raw to go to SmackDown, and maybe Bo. I'd rather have Sami Zayn if you ask me to pick. You know what I mean? But
same thing.
It's tough. I'd be interested. Trust me, I would want to see it, but I think Neville, Cesaro, and Sami more so deserve to go to SmackDown.
Definitely. And I was thinking of one other person that SmackDown could get you. They win. I'm thinking Rusev, because after this thing with Roman, I don't want Rusev to lose momentum. So he's
gone.
Yeah,
I can tell you right now.
On SmackDown, if they get Rusev, they can build him up strong for like the Intercontinental title or the World title eventually.
He should be going after the Universal Championship. I'm sorry. At this point, if they would have built him up correctly, I'm serious. Last year he should have been challenging. So I can make a video on how they ruined Rusev. Go on.
Definitely. But those are just my thoughts, guys, on SmackDown. SmackDown and Raw, because of course we have a topic to get to. And I just wanted to share them with Daniel here. We will be doing a Survivor Series fantasy booking video later, more towards the end of October after Hell in a Cell. So definitely keep your eyes open on that. But let's get down to the topic of this video. And this is something that Daniel actually inspired based on a tweet I read from him either last week or the week after, or the week before, actually. But today's topic, as the video states, has the Hell in a Cell match lost its luster? Of course, we have the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view coming up, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. And they've been doing the Hell in a Cell pay-per-views now since 2009. And
yes,
honestly, Daniel, when you said this one quote about, I forgot if it was Rusev. No, it was, you said that you believe the Roman Reigns Rusev match shouldn't be in Hell in a Cell. It should be more of a no-holds-barred match or a street fight. And I totally agree. That match doesn't warrant Hell in a Cell. And unfortunately, the pay-per-view itself is watering down what was a great stipulation match back in the day. So I just want to get your thoughts on that, Daniel. And, just want to get your thoughts on Hell in a Cell. Has the pay-per-view, caused the match itself to lose its luster? And, your thoughts on the card this year.
Well, to answer your question, absolutely it has hurt the feel, the overall excitement for when you hear the announcement of Hell in a Cell, because I know I only started watching in 2008, so I really missed out on the days of when Hell in a Cell, Mick Foley, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Foley, and Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, the list goes on and on, Edge and Foley. I was there for Taker and Triple H. That, to me, warranted a Hell in a Cell, a blood feud, a feud that just can simply not be settled any other way other than ending it in the cell. And I just felt like ever since the addition of this pay-per-view, it is vastly superior. That's not the right word. You know what I'm trying to say here. It has just watered down this gimmick to the point of being wrestlers used to, storyline-wise, fear going into this cell. They would fear for their lives, their careers. Careers would be changed forever. It would lead to the end of a feud. And now it's kind of like, oh, it's October. Guess what time it is, folks? It's Halloween time. Ooh, scary, boo. Yeah, all that crap. And it's Hell in a Cell time. And it's just like, no, I liked before when you didn't know when Hell in a Cell was going to happen. And now it has a destination. Now it's just a watered-down gimmick for WWE to use as, a marketing ploy. Oh, we're going to use it as a pay-per-view. And I feel in this day and age, it's a lazy tactic, first of all. They're so lazy that they can't even come up with their own original pay-per-view title, that they have to bank on a freaking Hell in a Cell name. And to me, especially in the PG era, there's hardly any blood. But I feel like the one time that blood, if they would be warranted, would be for Hell in a Cell. And we don't even get that.
Yeah.
They hardly even use the cell anymore. And we're probably not even going to see that much use of the cell itself. So if you're going to put these two guys in a Hell in a Cell and you're not going to use the cell, what is the point?
Exactly, man. It's like I grew up during the Attitude Era when Hell in a Cell was first introduced. And it was used to settle rivalries. It was used to You know, it was used as the culmination of bitter feuds. And, you know, every once in a while, you'd get like 2 Hell in a Cell matches a year. And then there were times when we only got 1 Hell in a Cell match. But they all meant something, you know, like Undertaker, Shawn Michaels. The inaugural Hell in a Cell match, one of the best Hell in a Cell matches of all time. You know, they had a great feud going on in 1997. They had a match at In Your House Ground Zero that ended in a no contest because of all the shenanigans and the interference. So Jim Cornette created the Hell in a Cell, the idea of a steel cage with a roof on top, and it was just for Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker to wage war in. And look at everything that happened in that match. You know, it was a wild fight. You know, Shawn took brunt of the punishment. He got knocked off the cell. He got thrown into the cell. He, you know, pretty much got his ass kicked inside the cell. And even though we had the interference from Kane, which was an awesome debut, don't get me wrong. And in the end, Shawn Michaels won. But that was the match that really, if it wasn't for that Hell in a Cell match, we wouldn't have Hell in a Cell as a marquee gimmick match that it is. And you talk about all the great Hell in a Cell matches that have happened since then. You know, Taker and Mick Foley with Foley getting thrown off the cell, through the cell. You know, Cactus Jack, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Triple H Batista, Undertaker and Randy Orton, Undertaker and Triple H. Those are all matches that warranted Hell in a Cell, Undertaker and Edge, because all those feuds meant something, and there was only one way for them to culminate. Now, since 2009, it's like, okay, we've got this pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell, so let's just throw guys in the Hell in a Cell match. And, you know, the only 3 Hell in a Cell matches at that pay-per-view that warranted Hell in a Cell were Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose in 2015, and Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt and The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar last year.
Sure.
Ever since then, every other Hell in a Cell match has not really warranted that gimmick. Maybe Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, because of all the, you know, all the controversy surrounding Orton winning the championship, Bryan winning it back at Night of Champions. There was no winner at Battleground. You could make an argument for that, but every other match inside Hell in a Cell has not really warranted Hell in a Cell, and that to me is causing the match to lose its luster. You know, Hell in a Cell meant something back in the day, and now let's take a look at the 3 matches we're getting this year. Roman Reigns versus Rusev. Now, if this feud had better build, then yeah, I would say I think Hell in a Cell is perfect for it, but it hasn't. So that's why I think a no-holds-barred match or a no disqualification match, last man standing match, some kind of street fight where they can just beat the hell out of each other, that'd be the perfect stipulation. But instead, they're getting thrown inside Hell in a Cell. And granted, if they give them the right time and they just beat the hell out of each other, it can be a really good to great Hell in a Cell match. But with the direction Raw's been in and the build, this just doesn't scream Hell in a Cell to me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It doesn't. You know, if booked correctly, I agree with you. Like, the talent's there. It's just there's no really animosity between these two. They're looking at freaking Rusev's family photo album. Remember that on Raw?
Yes.
Like, what the hell was that all about? Awful.
Yeah. Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. That doesn't warrant Hell in a Cell because they've only had one.
That's it.
What?
It's too early. They
I know.
just started feuding, and now it's hell. It's like we jumped all these other matches that they should have had to get to where, you know, a Hell in a Cell should be. It's like,
yeah,
whoa.
no. That's too early for Hell in a Cell. What this match should really be is Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins versus Chris Jericho in just a traditional singles or triple threat match for the championship. You know,
that's it.
Triple threat elimination. But this doesn't warrant Hell in a Cell. That's just Stephanie McMahon and Mick Foley and the writers of WWE throwing these guys in Hell in a Cell because, hey, it's the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, so we got to have a Hell in a Cell match. So let's throw Owens and Rollins in there because, you know, there was all that crazy interference in their last match. It's not going to mean anything. And where was Triple H the whole time?
Yeah, they want you to forget about that for the time being.
They could have done something big with that after Owens won the championship, but
sure,
that's another story for a different day. Now, the only match this year, like I said, that warrants Hell in a Cell is the historic women's match between Charlotte and Sasha Banks for the women's championship. That warrants Hell in a Cell.
Yes, it does.
It does. Because this is a feud that began in NXT and has, you know, transitioned over to the main roster. And granted, they've done really good things with Sasha and Charlotte. I did like the interviews from both of them with Lita on Raw. I liked Charlotte's a lot. You know, because Charlotte's shown she can be a really good heel. I really like how she did that. I just really want these women to go out there. I want WWE to let the women go out there and do something groundbreaking. Let them use the cell. Let them just throw each other into the cell. Maybe go outside the cell. Use it as a weapon. I don't know, but let it be something groundbreaking and historic, you know? Don't just let it be a singles match inside Hell in a Cell where they don't even use the cell. Because then for that, you could just do a no disqualification match, you know?
Sure.
That's why we're saying, guys, we feel like this match has lost its luster because, you know, every year in October, we're getting the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. So unless you're doing a year-long feud that's going to end in Hell in a Cell, the matches really don't warrant it unless you build it up properly in the summertime, like Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt and Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, although that had history going back to many years, and then, of course, WrestleMania. So what pay-per-view, Daniel, would you like to see replace Hell in a Cell in the near future?
It's easy.
What's up?
Yeah. Halloween Havoc.
Halloween Havoc.
I mean, look, it's this year. It's what, the day before Halloween? Come on, folks. It just writes itself. It's a cool name, too.
Yeah, I always loved when WCW did Halloween Havoc because of their set, you know, and the Goblin of Holstein. Yeah, Halloween Havoc would be great. And if they don't decide to do Halloween Havoc, why not bring back Vengeance or
Unforgiven?
Or Unforgiven, yeah. Because honestly, Armageddon, I think it'd be better for December. I think it was always better in December, yeah. But yeah, honestly, they need to stop watering down Hell in a Cell with the pay-per-view. I think next year it should be Halloween Havoc or Vengeance, and just keep it like that. And do Hell in a Cell once every 2 years, maybe.
Sure.
Like once a year or once every 2 years, because, you know, like I said, Hell in a Cell matches back in the day, they meant something. When you heard those words, Hell in a Cell, you were thinking, oh, shit, you know something's going to go down. Just think Foley and Taker. When Taker threw Foley off the cell, through the cell, and to this day, Mick Foley, he's God because he's still alive.
He could have died. Like that second bump, he could have died.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Definitely. So I really hope in the future that we just drop the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, let the gimmick go back to being its own gimmick, restore its credibility, and I mean, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, that warrants Hell in a Cell if they keep that feud going.
Sure.
You know, I can't really think of any other feuds for now.
You could build Cena Styles to the point of Hell in a Cell. That could, you know, the animosity's building between them. So down the line, there's another one.
You know what I'm thinking is, and I know this isn't for another couple months, but I'm thinking maybe with what Dean Ambrose said on SmackDown last night when he referred to James Ellsworth as the man who has more victories over AJ Styles and John Cena, which I thought was great.
That was a great line.
I think they'll do Cena and Ambrose in like a ladder match or a TLC match for a future title shot. Because I think that can build up to a great title match at Royal Rumble. But I wonder if you've heard the rumor about who they want AJ to face at the Rumble.
The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
They want Shawn Michaels to come back for just one more match in the Alamo Dome.
Can you imagine? Against AJ freaking Styles. Oh,
I would love to see it. That's their money match right there, if they can get Shawn to come out of retirement.
I don't know. I don't think he budges because he's very loyal to – he's the only one that had said, I'm retired, I'm done.
Yeah. If he comes back for just one match and it's one match, that'd be great. I'd have no problem with it because it'd be a special thing. It's in his home freaking town. He wouldn't win, but he'd really take it to AJ Styles. I'd love to see it, but it's up to him. He's the one that makes the decision.
Yes.
So we will see what happens. But getting back to Hell in a Cell real quick, Daniel.
Yeah.
What do you think if Sasha and Charlotte, if their Hell in a Cell match really breaks new ground, do you see maybe Bayley and Sasha having a Hell in a Cell if built properly next year?
Yeah, I could. Absolutely. If they make sure that they do not have that match, Bayley and Sasha, I keep saying it, do not have them touch until WrestleMania 33. Throwing it out there right now, WWE. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid idiots, because I know your creative team usually is on a weekly basis. But putting that all aside, yes, I do see. I mean, Sasha and Bayley broke ground. They had the 30. I always, how do you pronounce it? The Iron Woman match.
30-minute match.
So why not have them break even further ground with a heel Sasha versus a surging babyface Bayley? Yes, I think it could and it will happen one day.
Yeah, that like I said, that match is really the only match I care for. Sasha versus Charlotte, because I want to see something. I want to see him do something big. The other two Hell in a Cell matches I just don't care for.
No.
And not because of the performers, but it's because of the build.
Booking.
Warrant, yeah, the booking, the building. This doesn't really warrant Hell in a Cell. Owens and Rollins, Owens and Rollins could have just been a great. If the first match was really good, they could have done like 2 out of 3 falls or something. That doesn't Thank God last year it wasn't Seth Rollins and Kane inside Hell in a Cell. Do you remember their feud?
Oh, it's something I try to forget every single day.
Yeah. Thank God
it was
awful. Rollins and Kane inside Hell in a Cell, and it's 3. And you said it, 3 matches, 3 Hell in a Cell matches is overkill.
Awful.
Yeah.
Just why stop there? Let's have every single match inside the cell. I'm sure somebody out there would love that. Oh yeah, no. What is my saying, Robbie? Less is more. Bada boom.
TNA actually has something similar. They have a lockdown where everyone's still caged. Yeah.
I don't like that. It doesn't feel special. If remember Paul Heyman said this. If Christmas happened every single day of the year, would it be special? No. Why is it special? Because it only happens when? Once a year.
Yeah.
Rest my case.
Definitely. I totally agree with him. And I just hope I'm hoping by next year Triple H has a lot of control or something, so then he can axe the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view and make Hell in a Cell relevant. You know what? Make Hell in a Cell great again.
Exactly, Robbie. I love your idea. Make it the greatest Hell in a Cell of all time.
Are you trying to sound like Backlund?
I'm Donald J. Trump.
Oh my God.
That's my Trump, everybody.
Yeah.
I don't like him, but I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah. That's funny.
Thank you. I try.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, yeah. I just hope, because I love Hell in a Cell. There's tons of Hell in a Cell matches to go back and watch before the freaking pay-per-view, came to fruition in 2009. But like you said, 3 Hell in a Cell matches is overkill on one card, and Rusev versus Reigns for the U.S. title and Owens versus Rollins for the world title, or Universal title, excuse me, doesn't warrant Hell in a Cell. If this wasn't Hell in a Cell, if this was like Vengeance or Halloween Havoc, they'd probably have different stipulation matches, which is appropriate. Like Rollins and Owens could have been 2 out of 3 falls, or hell, 30-minute Iron Man match, so that there actually is a winner. And then Rusev and Reigns warrants like a street fight or something. So they've
been brawling all throughout the arena.
Yeah, definitely.
So come on now.
Yeah, I do like what Rusev did, how he just beat up Roman and how he got him an accolade on steel stairs. That was cool. That gives Rusev a little edge going into the match. But let's be real, I don't see him walking out of Hell in a Cell as the champion.
Nope.
Which sucks, because I like Rusev. I think he's a great talent for a guy his size. And Rusev introducing us to the Rusevs.
Segment of the year. It's right up there with the old day.
Oh God,
the wedding segment. You notice how Raw has all the bad segments. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Daniel, is there anything else you want to add about Hell in a Cell, how the pay-per-view has watered down the gimmick itself? Is anything about the pay-per-view you want to say? Because I know you'll do predictions later next week.
Yeah, it's just, again, I think there's another problem is there's too many freaking pay-per-views. I'm sorry, 2 a month. I'm just not feeling it. I'm already exhausted from it. Why can't they do I keep saying it, Raw 1 month, SmackDown the other month, Raw 1 month, SmackDown. Look, it spaces them out. It gives them ample time to build.
Definitely.
Why can't they do that? I don't get it. I just think 2 at a time when your product is not lighting the world. It's like they want more and more and more, and eventually it's just going to be, you're just going to get sick of it, and you're like, enough. Come on.
Definitely. I mean, September could have been Backlash. October, Hell in a Cell.
Then Survivor, and then, see, you alternate. Then it feels
December. And I'm happy SmackDown got TLC because they'll give us more meaningful ladder matches, table matches, TLC matches, which is, hey, we may see Dean Ambrose versus John Cena. That could be a great match for, you know, ladder match. You were talking about Ziggler and Miz could be a ladder match as well.
Sure.
Save that for TLC. See, SmackDown's just doing everything right. It does have a smaller brand, a smaller roster, but hopefully they'll win at Survivor Series and they'll get 3 more talents to strengthen their roster. Cesaro, Sami Zayn, Neville, or Cesaro and Neville for sure, and either Sami Zayn or Rusev, or maybe even Bo Dallas if they decide to bring Bo and Bray Wyatt together. Because I like what Bo Dallas, is doing with his rhyming gimmick and how he's showing this meaner side, this somewhat of a darker side. And I would just love to see what they do on SmackDown if he reunites, if he joins forces with his real life brother, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I also liked your idea of Kane being like a surrogate.
Sure.
For the Wyatt family. Because I could see him in like this long apron, sort of like give him a Texas Chainsaw Massacre look. I don't know if he'd still wear the mask, but I could see that happening.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you want to do that? I feel it would help Bray, and it would give them another guy to use. And I feel at this point, as I said in my SmackDown review, like, really, what's there left for Kane to accomplish? It would help put over Bray Wyatt as you should be building him. Please build him back up as a dominant, unstoppable force.
Yes.
So I hope they go in that direction. I honestly hope they do.
Yep. He's already beaten Orton. Have him beat Orton in the casket match.
Beat him again.
Write Orton off for a little while. Like, do something crazy where they write Orton off for a little while, where he's in the casket. I don't know. Smash it with a sledgehammer.
Burn him alive. Oh, they wouldn't go that far, but I wish they would. That's what they should do. Light the thing on fire.
Well, think about it. He's not the Undertaker. He can't escape.
That's true.
It only works with the Undertaker because Undertaker is very mystical. If it was Randy Orton, that's not gonna work. But if he smashed it or he runs over with a truck or something,
that would be, see him in a monster truck. That'd be funny, actually. See, I'm sorry, I just got that image in my head.
Well, because I'm thinking of when Hollywood Hogan ran his.
I want to see that. Okay, I want to see Bray Wyatt drive a monster truck.
Doesn't have to be a monster truck. He can beat Orton up badly to the point they take him out of the casket, they put him in an ambulance, and then he just runs that bitch over, with his truck. That'd be sick.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And then that writes Orton off for a little while, and then Wyatt can continue dominating guys. We'll see. But I do like what they did with the casket. That was something fresh and something different and unique. So I like what they did. I'm looking forward to it because I think Bray Wyatt in a casket. Not creepy, but how crazy is that?
Yes.
If Orton locked him in the casket would probably be home to him.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely. But that will pretty much do it, guys, for our thoughts on whether or not the Hell in a Cell match has lost its luster. We pretty much said yes because the pay-per-view Hell in a Cell waters it down. And 3 Hell in a Cell matches this year. The last time they did 3 Hell in a Cell matches was the inaugural pay-per-view in 2009. So it's like, let's just make Hell in a Cell great again by getting rid of the pay-per-view and doing the matches once or twice a year on different pay-per-views when they actually warrant a Hell in a Cell match.
Yes.
And that'll pretty much do it for us. Just a short topic video. Like I said, guys, make sure to check out Daniel's channel. He'll be doing his predictions for Hell in a Cell next week. I'll be doing mine as well. And towards the end of the month, we'll be doing the Survivor Series 2016 fantasy card booking video, which is going to be fun. We've done SummerSlam and NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. Those are fun. This will be fun as well. Daniel, you want to get a plug out for your channel? As always, you're welcome.
Absolutely, guys. If you haven't heard of my channel, go check it out. It's youtube.com/DanielGuys412. And I want to say thanks, Robbie. Check his channel out as well. He's got a ton of great content. So it's just great coming on here, supporting each other. That's what the YouTube wrestling community is all about. So, just thank you for allowing me to come on again.
Definitely. Thank you, Daniel. It's a pleasure always to have you on here. Link is down below in the description box to his channel. And, of course, if you're watching this video, guys, please give my channel a view and subscribe. Share both our channels with your friends. And like Daniel said, us coming together for this is what the YWC is all about. Daniel also got WWE 2K17. He has a couple gameplay videos up. Make sure to check those out. And yeah, thank you as always for watching and listening. I'm Robbie Kenobi. He's Daniel Gaiza. We're signing off for today. We're about to tune into NXT in a little while and Lucha Underground. Well, me, I know Daniel's trying to catch up, but I'll be tuning in that first, then NXT. And until next time, guys, we'll see you all later. Peace.
Peace.